Okay, how you doing? Morning, YouTube. Bud Haggerty here. I can fix that. I'm at a friend's house. He had a problem with his garbage disposal. I think he had a Badger 5. So we talked on the phone. He got a new one. I drove over here, and we're going to get down and put the new one on and get him back in business. All right, so here's the new Badger 5. Now, I just want to check a couple of things. You didn't have the box for this, did you?
You want,
Yeah.
Well, you give me the box.
Well, I can probably see it from here. Okay, it is the Badger 5 half horsepower. I can see it right here. Look, I'll zoom in on it. He is a half horsepower. Underneath here is a half horsepower too, which is good because I was hoping the builder didn't really cheap out on him and give him the 1/3 horsepower. So we're swapping 1/2 horsepower to 1/2 horsepower, which is going to be a piece of cake. And like an organized guy that he is, look at this. My job's already prepped, ready to go. Because when we take that off, we're going to get a little water, and he's already got a mat to catch it or a towel because that will come out, and we'll get right on. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is take the P-trap off. I loosened it and separated it. That's easy. The second thing, since everything else is pretty much connected, we're going to come up here and loosen this and twist it to get it off its mount. It's mounted right underneath the sink, obviously, and there's already an adapter that's up there. We'll leave that, but we're going to take the Badger 5 off. Okay, to take this off, I got it started. I'm going to go clockwise to release it. You can look at your new device if you have trouble with it, but I got to spin it this way, which I did. It's loose. So now when I turn it all the way, there she's off. Boom. Okay, we got her off. The only thing holding this is the electrical hookup, and it's right there. And we're going to reuse this right here. The reason we're going to reuse it, it's already cut by the plumbers. So we'll take it off, clean it up, but we're going to put the new gasket. There's a new gasket that comes with a good one, so we'll reuse this, put a new gasket there, take this off, and we're in business. Okay, to get this connector off, I haven't seen this one ever. Doesn't mean that they haven't been around a long time, but all I did was reverse screw it out. The threads go right into the spot. The spot being the upper left-hand corner, that thin sheet metal right there, it'll screw right in there. So we're gonna be able to reuse this as well. So now that I got it out of here, all I have to do is disconnect my ground and get my black and white wire out and see if they're tie wrapped, and we're gonna get the new one in place. But right now, we're taking off, like I said, the old P-trap connection, and we're gonna reuse that piece, but on the new one, right here, we're gonna use this nice new gasket. So, very easy, and the nice thing about it is, since we got it out, we're working out in a beautiful area where you're not jammed in a little hole, so this works out real nice. You want to clean that up at all? How does it look?
Nice.
Is it clean? Is it clean? Yeah. That's clean. There's no clog there.
Yeah, it's no clog. I'll just take a paper towel.
We're going to paper towel technique. Yeah, there's not. Yeah, if you, in the old days, some of those were made out of metal, pot metal, and they would corrode and get that funkiness in there. But that's not bad. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah, just a little black mold. Nothing to worry about. That's a joke, Jimmy.
I didn't want to say anything.
You put the new piece on there. There's our new gasket. We'll put the 2 bolts on there, and that'll be his job, and I'll go back and connect it back up. What we're doing now is inspecting this part right here they give you. I mean, that's brand new, so you could use that. But this is what we're going to reuse. It's already in the sink. This is brand new, but we inspected this one over here, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, in my view, why make your job more difficult? You can put this in a drawer somewhere. You'll never need it, but you know it's there. Got the old one out. Again, it's not in bad shape, but we got the identical one, which is going to make our life easier. We put this back the P-trap that's already cut in the exact spot, tighten it down there, so we're good there. All I got to do is go wire this up again, which is pretty easy, and we can get this one out of here and throw that one away. And okay, now we got this. They give you this tool right here, and the reason for the tool is under your sink, sometimes if you clog the Badger 5, you can go in here and put this on and turn it and work the part back and forth and try to get the jam or the clog, which works most of the time. Very rare does that jam, but if it does, you keep this somewhere around your sink where you know it's at. Also, sometimes if you notice it's not working and the power's on and you know you did nothing different, right here, it's a circuit breaker. So if something jams in this motor and you have it on and the motor is going to burn up, it won't, because there's a safety device right here. This will pop. It'll pop out and you'll know it. So it usually makes a sound like listen to this sound. Here's what it sounds like. There. But once you plug this back in and get your clog free and it starts spinning, you won't hear it. Another point that I want to make is you're noticing this right here. You're going, what is that? Well, that is in case your dishwasher is hooked up to it. In this case, we're not. But if you did have your dishwasher hooked up to it where it pumps all the stuff out of your dishwasher into the sink here, that you would need to have that. But I want to show you something too. Let me turn it to the side here. If you do connect that, make sure, if I'm going to see down the center of this, right down the center of that hole right there, you got to go in there and knock that plastic out. Because if you don't, nothing's going in there and you'll have a mess. Your whole dishwasher will end up on your bottom cabinet here and you won't be a happy camper. Okay, I connected the conduit back on. That just screwed on and it's screwed right back in and it's super tight. It's really nice. It's deluxe. They did it on that end and they did it on that end. I kind of like that. So it's really secure and it just, like I said, it's screwed right down the sheet metal like threads, and that's it, you're done. So I did hook the ground back up. You can see the little green nut. That's the ground wire, and that's the bare copper wire that goes to that. The only wires we have left are the black and the white. There's 2 blacks and 2 whites. Wire nut them to the same color, and you're done. So we're gonna do that right now. And then we'll tuck everything back in and put it back. I got everything wire nutted together and tucked back in there. And I'll just put this plate back on. If I can stick it, this plate will go back on with that screw and we're ready to go. Let me see, I think it just goes like that. Yep, we get it in spot. That's it. I'll tighten that down and we're ready to flip her over and mount her back and get this thing going. I barely got it on there. To get it on there, all I did was lift it up on that metal shelf where the loop is. The loop is on 3 spots. It's held by 3 spots. I didn't tighten it all the way because I got to orientate my P-trap drain. I know that goes over, so let me orientate the P-trap and get it all in its proper spot, and then I'll tighten that last part up. Okay, I got that joint right there for the P-trap connected exactly the way it was. It fit really, really nice, so we'll check for leaks when we get this all done. The power's back on. The connection up top, all I have to do is move that over this right here, that way. Which is counterclockwise. The whole thing comes off clockwise, goes back on counterclockwise. Super easy. As far as I can get it, and it'll be tight, and we're in business. Okay, we're back in business. Everything's in its proper spot. The power's hooked up. Power's on. I'll flip this switch and you can hear that buzzing away. So now all we have to do is check for leaks. I did identify to the homeowner that the old one has got high mileage on it and it's okay to throw that in the trash can. We are going to move over to the new guy and we're going to put it in here and we're going to fill this up. The reason we're going to do that, we're going to check for leaks. I like to get a good head of pressure on this to make sure there's no leaks. So I'm going to fill this thing up halfway, and eventually I'll let all the water run through there, but I want to make sure it holds it with a little bit of water pressure. That's why I'm going to fill it up. Okay, I got a lot of pressure on the top side here, and we'll go underneath to see if there's any leaks. I don't expect there to be, but this is why you check. Looks good to me. So what we'll do is we'll unplug this now. Stick my hand in here, take this out. Now water's running through the whole thing, and I'll turn on the power. Now it's ripping water through there. It's gonna leak now. I heard it suck down all the water. Everything looks good there, and everything looks good there. I think we're back in business, and we're ready to start throwing some stuff down there. What do you think? Well, that wraps it up. That's all there is to replacing the InSinkerator Badger 5. I think you can do it. I have confidence in you. Give it a shot. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you would. I'd appreciate it. Thanks.